delegates, and on behalf of Alpha Researchers Academy, I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Saravanan. So, as I'm very glad to have you, Professor Saravanan, here, I'm sure that all the audience are just going to be immensely benefited by this talk, and so am I. So, over to Rahul.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible, Rahul.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving a beautiful personal insight about the speaker. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Alpha Universal Research Academy, I would like to welcome each and every one of you for this wonderful session. So, before giving a very formal introduction about the speaker for the day, Dr. V. Saravanan, I would just like to re-emphasize on the message that was given by Dr. Martha in our inaugural speech happened yesterday, where she spoke about the scope of English language, the research in the scope of English language. And she rightly quoted, earlier days, there were more scope for doing research in the field of science and technology, whereas with that of English, there was not much scope. But now everything has changed. Everything has changed. So as she rightly said, situations are getting better and better and better. And now we have a very big scope for doing our researches in English language. And I'm sure each and every one of you have joined.
Good evening, sir.
And I'm very happy about it for joining this wonderful session with a view of knowing more about the research in the field of English language. So yesterday we did had a very alluring speech. Yesterday we had a very alluring speech of the speaker, Dr. Suresh sir, on the pronunciation in the English language, and excuse me, sorry for this. Yeah, and today we have Dr. V. Saravanan amidst us, and I'm sure sir has touched upon all the realms of the English language under the scope of research. So let me give a quick nutshell about our research person. And first, I would like to talk about his accolades and the credentials of Dr. V. Saravanan. As rightly pointed, of Sciences and Languages at the Vellore Institute of Technology, VIT, Vellore. And he had his master's and MPhil at Presidency College, Chennai. So he got his PhD from Anna University, Chennai in English language teaching. On the thesis was about the role of English in engineering graduates, placement study. So, my dear participants, we can have a wonderful idea about our person looking at the accolades and the credentials the person has gone through. And I would also like to talk about how he has extended his researches and touched upon all the realms of English language. So the person we have for today is not about a person who had a very few years of experience. Our speaker has 19 years of teaching experience and has presented a number of papers in national and international conferences of repute widely in the areas of ELT, which has been highly booming nowadays. And he has done with literature, the communication skills, and the soft skills. So he has attended significant number of workshops, faculty development programs for his professional development. He has also published a number of papers in national, international levels. So besides his contribution to the publication, he has also contributed for the book chapters and conference proceedings. So he has conducted faculty development programs and workshops on better classroom management. From yesterday's webinar, we could understand that more teachers, more English teachers were taking part in the webinar programs, were being active participants. So I'm sure that the research person here is the right person to talk about the research, since he is into he has done a lot of workshops on better classroom management, the soft skills, English language teaching, the employability skills, the communicating English language teaching, and also he has extended his work on use of ICT in education, so which is utmost needed in this present scenario. And he had done with that vocabulary enhancement. He has been a great poet, written many poems, and even still he is going on with his works and explorations on his researches. And now I would also like to talk about Yesterday, even the speaker mentioned about it. Nowadays, the scope of English has been more linked with employability. So, with that regard, I would like to tell you that our today's speaker has worked as a placement officer and has conducted placement training programs at various engineering colleges. And he has conducted several teacher training workshops on better teaching methodologies and better classroom management for school teachers and college faculty members. So he gives career guidance and motivational talks for the school and college students. So he also conducts programs on the art of parenting for the parents. So you could see that Sarah has touched upon all the parts of the society. He's been training each and every members in the sections of the society. So he even takes a step ahead, and he has conducted various kind of yogas and meditations and pranayama, mudra, naturopathy workshops, neuro-linguistic programming workshops for the general public. And I'm glad, my dear participants, I can tell you that Sir has touched upon everything under the sun. So he is the founder and the coordinator of World English Language Learners, Teachers and Training Association, WELTA, an international forum of sharing English language learning skills and better learning and teaching practices. Without taking much time, participants, let me have once again the pleasure of welcoming the speaker for the day. Saravanan sir, the floor is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you, dear, for introducing me on this wonderful day. Good evening, everybody. It is my pleasure to be associated with Alpha Research Academy, as well as Dr. Vijay Kumar and the entire team of this forum. And again, we are so very happy to connect with you all. It is again a great opportunity for me to connect with great people like you, all the elite and learned colleagues across the globe. I am very happy and super excited to be with you all this evening. And somebody is raising the hands. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Vivek.
Yes. Anything you would like to speak, you are most welcome. I'll be doubly happy to have, because this session is going to be very, very interactive. I want to make it really, truly interactive one. So whoever wants to say something, otherwise you can feel free to stop me at any point of time. You can say something whenever and as and when you feel. Are we audible, please?
You are absolutely crystal clear, Dr. Saravanan.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and humble request to all the participants to please keep your microphone muted during the course of the talk, and perhaps when the speaker completes, whenever he initiates the session, you can just post your questions or ask him. Otherwise, I request you to please mute your microphones as well as turn off your videos. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please take over, Dr. Saravanan.
Thank you, Dr. Vijay Kumar sir. I'm very happy about this event, and today's topic, it's research and publish and prosper. Why is that we should do research? Can some of you say, because research, people feel that research means it is not my cup of tea. Otherwise, people feel honestly they develop a strong aversion for research, because the moment you say research, they will slow down and not showing any interest. Otherwise, they think it is a tough job, and it is not a tough job. Actually, it is an easiest affair, I would say. It's something like falling in love with somebody, love at first sight. That kind of thing is research. Let us know, it's all per se, no, it is something like a mindset. Please remember this thing. Rich is a mindset, and poor is also a mindset. Suffering is also a mindset. Enjoying is also a mindset. So it's all about mind setting and mind mapping, I would say. So where the mind goes, there goes our life. So let us have this very, very open talk about research. And those who do research, they excel in life and scale up in life, whether it is academics or even industry or anything. It's with business, or you name anything, sports, otherwise you name anything, any industry for that matter, whether it is any walks of life, medicine, law, management, science, arts and science, literature, you name anything, people will have to do research, thorough research, I would say. Without research, nothing will move. Whether it is Saravana store or Saravana Bhavan, or whether it is a hospital like let's say we have number one hospitals, the lead multi super specialty hospital. Everybody does research. Without doing research, whether it is two-wheeler company or four-wheeler company, otherwise you say whether it is institutions, whether it is a school or college, otherwise you say whether it is an arts and science college, otherwise medical college, a law college, you name anything and everything. Even the temples, they do research. How many people step into the temple? How many people know? How many devotees come in? How many people stay? How many people leave? Say, for example, biggest of the biggest temples like whether it is let's say Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, otherwise whether it is Narayani temple in Vellore, we have a golden temple here, and whether it is no ordinary local temple also, we need to, whether it is Sai Baba temple, you take any temple, churches especially, whether it is Vatican church or even local church, we need to have a clarity of what is happening, why it is happening, how it is happening. And if you start thinking this kind of this way, and especially questioning mind and questioning spirit should be part of the game. So what we need to do is we need to have this inquisitive mind. So very important thing is we talk about research. And again, why should we do research? Anybody, how many of you would like to be successful in your life? Please put up your hands. Jonav says he wants to. Again, very good, brilliant. So most of you would say that, yeah, agree with this point. I could see that because everybody, already you are all successful. If you want to be more successful, what you need to do is you need to make a thorough study of who you are and why are you here, and why you are doing what you're doing, and why not you doing differently, doing the same thing differently. Research is doing the same thing but differently. That's what Shivkara says. Winners don't do different things, they do the same thing differently. Are you the one who is made for this cut, doing things differently? That is what is all about research. And I would say, you don't go to the classes and teach anything. You don't teach, especially. Whatever you do, that is a research. When you go to the class, what is that? You need to go with a journal like this. Journal means, don't think that you need to carry a diary. Actually, this is a journal book. What is that? What time you stepped in the class? What is that you are going to talk inside the class? Minute by minute, we need to have a schedule. What is that I'm going to talk with my students? And who are my students? What is their background? What is that they are capable of? What kind of activity I can give? What is the task I'm going to do today? Based on this task, what is that I would like to deliver today? What is that I would like my learners to acquire today? That is how we need to plan. Whether it is physics, chemistry, mathematics, you say data science, otherwise computer science, whether it is big data analysis, otherwise machine learning, whatsoever may be the subject we teach, we are supposed to have the clarity. What is that? Clarity is the hallmark of success. You said you want to become successful in your life, most of you. If you want to become successful, so very successful, what you need to have is, we need to have the clarity. What am I going to teach? Why I am teaching this thing? You need to make it very clear to the listeners and audience. How would you make it clear? Otherwise, how and when this clarity will come? Because I said clarity is a hallmark of success. If you want to be successful, you need to have this clarity. What is that today I'm going to speak inside the class? And who are all my listeners? Who are all my audience? What level are they? What background are they from? What is that they are expecting? And what is that I'm going to deliver to them? And whatever I'm speaking is going to make sense. Otherwise, will they be deciphering? No, otherwise, will they decipher whatever I am delivering today? That is what we need to have, this kind of audience analysis. This itself is a research, I would say. Whether you speak, or whether you dance, whether you act, otherwise you do gimmicks, otherwise you do juggling, anything and everything you need to do a research, thorough research. What time I should start, what time I should stop, and should I crack a joke, otherwise should I tell a story, or should I sing or dance? Because teaching is all about is performing arts. Nobody can say, no, I cannot sing. You say, I have a bad throat. You cannot say that thing. We cannot afford to say, I have a bad throat, sore throat, I cannot sing, dance, because I am not keeping well. And all these things are, see, it shows that we have not prepared ourselves. That's what. To do lots and lots of preparation, which means we need to have a thorough study of ourselves. Who am I? What am I? What am I capable of? What am I doing? Why am I doing? This kind of self-analysis will motivate ourselves to deliver better, and we will become more productive. That is how we can publish and we can prosper. Because you see, don't think that you are made for this publication of Scopus alone. You have to go beyond the Scopus, go beyond UGC, and go beyond Elsevier. And again, go beyond Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 journals, and go beyond UGC's prescribed journals, and go beyond Web of Science. Why I am saying all these things is, see, Web of Science, only minimum people, and Elsevier, you say limited number of people, significant number of people. But you go beyond, doing research and find out what is that, the trending thing in this world. What is that? How can I catch the trend? If you want to become successful and so super duper rich, go and catch the trend. What is that trend is all about? That what is the most trending thing today? That is what is all about. Whether you are teaching language, otherwise literature, whether you are teaching mathematics, physics, chemistry, whatsoever, maybe medicine or law or management, you name any subject for that matter. You need to understand your area first. What is that is cutting edge research, otherwise cutting edge thing, otherwise knowledge which is getting emanated, otherwise from where, from who is the best researcher in this world in your chosen field, what are the best of the best papers published in your area, and most impactful impact factor, otherwise most impacting papers, otherwise highly read paper, H-index paper. You need to think. That is what, whether it is English literature or ELT, or it is something like, even you say linguistics or pronunciation, linguistics or phonetics, otherwise you say cultural studies, subaltern literature, gender studies, you name anything, comparative literature, and even let's say Commonwealth literature, 20th century literature, you say postmodern study, anything and everything, we are supposed to have a clarity. And again, the niche area, we need to find out the niche area. And again, you say, for example, what is the success story of Saravanan Bhavan? I hope most of you are from, whether you are from abroad also, it is easy to connect with this example. It's a case study, you see. Saravanan Bhavan, what is that Saravanan Bhavan? Saravanan Bhavan people, they have done thorough market study. How many people love idli? How many people love sambar vada? How many people love sambar idli? And what is the so very speciality? You take the sambar, whether it is Vellore Saravanan Bhavan or Chennai Saravanan Bhavan, Nungambakkam Saravanan Bhavan. Otherwise, you go to what is that? Exactly, you go to Madurai Saravanan Bhavan. Everywhere, somebody has posted my volume is down. Everywhere you will find that viscosity, otherwise the quality, the taste, that aroma, everything will be one and the same. Whether it is in USA, can see USA, UK, otherwise Canada, otherwise you go to Australia, and even Malaysia, Singapore, wherever you go, you will find the taste of this Saravanan Bhavan sambar will be this one and the same. There won't be any difference, subtle difference also. That is what the beauty of doing research. Whether you make the same sambar, otherwise I make the sambar, there will be a standard operating procedure. What should go first? What should go next? What should be added next? And what time? When should we keep the thing? Keep the vessel on the oven. When it has to come down? And what would be the combination? What are all the ingredients? Everything clearly spelled out. Please remember this thing. Do we have that kind of clarity? Do we have a kind of set of standard operating procedure for ourselves? That is what is all about. Goal setting. That is what is all about. Let's say finding out the gap in the literature. and scope for the study, otherwise leaving the niche area, otherwise leaving the footprint for the future research, otherwise limiting our, let's say, limiting our research to a particular narrowed down topic. So please remember this thing. We need to have a thorough study of ourselves first. What is that I am teaching? What is that most trending in my trending in my field of chosen field of study? How can I get connected with the people, whether it is through LinkedIn, WhatsApp, you say, whether it is Twitter or it is Instagram, you name any social media thing, and whether it is on YouTube, you have plenty of resources available for doing research. And we need not have to, gone are the days, visiting the library, taking the help of so many people for doing research. It's now squarely, it has zeroed down to the person who is doing research, because no need to go to the library and no need to go to take the people's help, support and all. Sitting in one place with the help of your smartphone, not even computers now. Remember these things with smartphone. That's why they say what is that? Computer aided language teaching call. And mobile, see now it has come mobile assisted language teaching, MAL. Now it has come GAL, which means Google assisted language learning. You see the thing, how it is moving. Then again, then content based language teaching now. What is that content based? You can use any book, anything. And remember one thing, people do not learn English from only the English teacher. People tend to learn English from various subject teachers, which means whether it is physics, chemistry, or it is history, geography, social science, and again, mathematics teachers teach English, which means from them, everybody, each and even from our neighbors, and again, friends, relatives, all the teachers, irrespective of the subject specialization, people love to, otherwise tend to learn English language. It is a myth that only, English teachers, because of English teachers, my English is not good. That itself is a wrong connotation, otherwise wrong observation, otherwise wrong statement, I would say. So all the teachers, whoever speaks English, from them we have acquired the language. So that itself is a great research. And again, it is not that only English teachers teach English. If somebody is not speaking English, English teachers cannot be, otherwise shouldn't be blamed. So that is what I am saying. I want to break the myths of otherwise misconstrued ideas of the people. So what is that? Then English teachers play a vital role in facilitating the language acquisition in a much better way than the other subject teachers, I would say. Then that case, you can claim, okay, you can make a stall claim, provided we support our learners in a much better way to acquire this language, especially. Okay, that's how we need to. Okay, I was talking about Saravanan Bhavan's story. Saravanan Bhavan is most successful brand now. Again, you take for KFC, what is the business KFC people are into? Can you predominantly make use of this, what is that, chat box? Otherwise, you can unmute yourself and speak. What is the business, this Kentucky chicken? Yeah, KFC is stand for, what is the business they are into? Anybody? Unmute yourself and say, please.
Chris, fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Oh, Kentucky fried chicken. That's why it is KFC. Okay. Who does not know that who does not know on this planet Earth that KFC is into chicken business, otherwise fried chicken business? And they are into, not exactly they are into chicken business, they are into real estate business. Please remember this thing. They are not, outwardly you find that they are selling, see what is that? Fried chicken business. But it is not fried chicken business. You go to any locality and any town, any part of this world, nook and corner of this world, you will find that KFC building is located on the primemost property. And you find that even the best of the best Roman Catholic Church and papacy doesn't hold this many, what is that, real estate, pockets of real estate, even the greatest of the greatest churches, and leave alone the temples. you will find that they are into real estate business, not chicken of that, what is that, fried chicken business, Kentucky fried chicken. Please, outwardly, you will find that they are into what is that, fried chicken, burger, pizza, all such things, and chicken especially. But you feel, you will have to understand, by doing research only, you will find out what they are into, what is the business they are into. You will find that Coca-Cola, then again, this KFC, chicken, fried chickens, or roll, chicken roll, all these things are very popular in KFC. It is not that they are known for what is that, chicken and chicken rolls and all. We need to read between the lines. That is what is exactly research is all about. I say something, but I mean something. You can decipher in a different way. That is what is all about research means. We need to understand what is that people do, what is that they say, what is that they don't say, and again, what is that is missing. We need to decipher, read between the lines and listen between the line. That's what the thing is, with the tonality, tenor, and again the way it is said, the facial expression, and again how the people stand, and how the people do the thing, speak the thing, and how aggressive they are, how humble they are, otherwise how good, authentic they are. That's how you can find out easily by doing research. It is not that just research, it is thorough, hardcore research. That's what I would say. In and out of anything, we need to understand. That is what we need to do when it comes to research. And why should we research? Why should we do research? Why should we do what we do and how to do? That is what is all about. Yeah, Arul Arsi madam is telling research. Search and search, then research. And that is what is all about. And see, beautifully Bible says that what, knock, the doors will open. Seek, you will be getting it. And again, ask, you will be given. That is what research is all about. This is what the thing. We need to knock the doors of what? The knowledge. We need to find out what is available, what is not available. We need to really go deep into that particular area of research, area of our chosen topic. And again, we need to delve deep into the thing and find out what is available in that chosen field. Let's say whether it is deep learning. You say it is a part of what is that, computer science and engineering, machine learning. Otherwise, you say artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things. These are all the most trending area. And again, even whether we are English teachers or math teachers or even computer science teachers, we need to catch up the trend. What is that? How to make use of this? What is that artificial intelligence to improve the language skills of the, what is that? Language skills of the learners, my learners. When I go and speak about genetic engineering, people will feel flabbergasted. So at least we need to have the layman knowledge of genetic engineering. We need to have let's say we need to have something like let's say computer science and engineering, Python, otherwise Python, whatever you feel, whether we need to have this kind of what thorough knowledge of whatever we speak, whatever we do, and whatever we claim. That is what we need to have. We need to know in and out of whatever we do and say. That is what is all about research. And again, why need to do research again and again? Because we have to have the clarity. Let's say English language teaching means, why English language teaching? Why not? It is English language teaching is called ELT popularly. Actually, is it English language teaching or English literature teaching? Both are ELT only. Please remember, there is no such thing called ELT. I would say it's not even interdisciplinary, madam. It is something like old wine in a new bottle. Everywhere you find literature means what? Life is literature, we say. And is physics is not literature, is chemistry is not literature, and again is mathematics not literature, is medicine is not literature. Everything is literature. Human beings, we ourselves are literature. We are no mobile literature, I would say. That is what we are moving on the go. We are literature. That's what we need not have to separate ourselves from life. Life is literature, we say. Literature is life. Whatever we speak and do, everything is literature. Let's say whether we buy a watch, a wrist watch, it could be used as a literature to teach English. You describe this watch, one activity will do. Then you can make what is that? Supposing you start a company, a wristwatch company. What are all the wristwatch companies available in the market? People will say, what is that? Ricoh, And again, no, you say one, yes, you have, again, no, you have Titan watches, and again, you have, let's say, HMT watches. Then again, it's a old thing. And again, you have wrist watches, like, very, very, very posh watches, let's say, 2 crore rupees worth, golden watches. And again, all these things we need to remember. And people will say, what is this activities for? This activities for culling out the more, what is that my learners know. In addition to that, we need to add some more value, some more addition. That is how vocabulary is built. This is what, again, where my learners stand. You can find out, supposing you are taking a class on time management, you can talk about ice breaking session could be on the watches and watch brands. Then again, next one, and people will have the curiosity. It is not given anywhere in the book, my dear friends. So what is that we need to do? We need to use the brain. And what is that I can, what is that I can talk to people? I can, what is that I can say to my people? And how can I get the attention of the people in just a fraction of a second? That is what is all about doing research. That is what you say classroom research. And I said, you need not have to teach in the class. That's what, you don't teach anything. Do research only in the class. People all the time, I find that they say, no, sir, no time, sir. Do no time to do this exercise. No time to do study. I said, no time to read also, no time to do research. People normally tend to say this thing. Teachers, those who say this way, please mark my words, go to the class and do research. It could be an observation. What went well in my class today? What did not go well in my class today? Which student made a wonderful contribution to this class? Which students did not open his mouth? Which student spoke two sentences? How many people spoke words? Otherwise, how many people did not speak at all in the class? All these things are the observations we need to make. That is what is all about doing research. Whether it is mapping with the classroom research, otherwise you say something like whether it is two-wheeler, let's say Bajaj, otherwise Honda, you take again Hero, and again you say whether it is BMW, Bullet. You see how many pieces of let's say bikes sold, how many bikes were sold, and why there is a lacuna in the business, otherwise why there is a slack in the business, and which month it is surging, which month it is not surging. We need to find out exactly from the data we collect. That is what data collection plays a very, very vital role. Whether it is literature, or whether it is ELT or linguistics or phonetics, we need to have the data in hand. Data is nothing but you will find the literature, what is available, existing literature. That's why it is beautifully called review of literature. What is that? Could you please unmute and say review of existing literature? That's why it is called what is available so far. Who are all the pioneers in my chosen field? Whoever has done the work in my field of study, and I would like to know what is the real, what is the available knowledge in this world, and in my particular field of study, and then adding to what is that has been said. You would like to add, otherwise you would like to question, and you would like to refute. All these things are there. So you want to prove or disprove, all that is what you call research question. So you need to have an hypothesis, unsolved thing, otherwise an idea. And again, very, very important thing is we need to have a plan and a purpose. Why am I doing research? We need to have the purpose in our mind, purpose of doing research. Then again, we need to have a vision. What is that I'm going to do by doing this PhD? After this, what am I going to do? What is next? Then again, we need to also have the clarity of why am I doing, what am I doing? That is what very, very essential. First one is finding out the purpose. Second one is finding out exactly, we need to understand what is that we do, and how are we doing, why are we doing, and why should we do, and what we are doing. All these things, and we need to have, and that is what I would say, we need to have the clarity. And clarity is the hallmark of success.
Sir? Sir, are you there?
So I think he has some connectivity issues. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Rahul, I think he has some connectivity issues. He'll just rejoin immediately. I'll just give him a call to reconnect.
Okay, sir. Please.
Participants, please be patient. Thank you for being patient. There should be some technical glitches. Kindly wait for some time.
அம்மா ம் மேரி மேன் தானே சொன்னா இது correct.
Dear sir, kindly unmute yourself.
போன டைம் இந்த கலர்ல
Participants, thanks for your patience. And be connected. In another couple of minutes, I will be joining us. Thank you. Dear participants, I came to know that Sarah is encountering some kind of network issues, so please bear with us. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, I'm very sorry that it got disconnect. This is also one such incident that we need to remember. Am I audible? Could you please, one of you, confirm it?
Yes, sir, you are, sir. Please, kindly.
Yeah. This is also one of the our part of the research. You see, I have connected everything. I checked, double checked, and somebody came in, and again, no, they have turned off my what is that? This junction box. Then we need to have the clarity, and again, we need to check, double check, and triple check. That is how when we communicate paper also, we fail to miss many things. And very, very small things we tend to forget, thereby it will result in huge loss. That's what. So why should we do research? And again, say for example, English language and literature alone. Let's say there are how many schools in India? Any idea? How many schools in India? There are you can Google and see. There are some 15 lakhs plus schools are there in India, and again 15 lakhs 15 lakhs plus schools are there in India, and again 15,000 plus let's say 15,000 plus arts and science colleges are there in India, and again 45,000 schools are there in Tamil Nadu alone. And you see the volume of what is that opportunities in India alone for the people, those who study. And it doesn't mean that in India everybody has studied, like Kerala, our counterpart. So many people still jobless, and people are yet to study, and there are so many uneducated people are there, and it is a problem. And that is what is all about, finding out the research problem.
Sir? Are you there, sir?
So many schools, 6,500 engineering colleges are there. And again, we have India is still reeling our poverty, joblessness, and again famine, and again floods like this. What is that? It is something like COVID-19, and again now we have new viruses coming in, and all these things we need to find. We need to do a thorough research. It has this new norm has come, and it has taught us how to survive despite this what is the challenging time. That is what is all about research. What is that one will click during so many people have lost their jobs, so many people have lost their lives, and it has taught us a huge lesson. During this pandemic we have learned a huge lesson. So many lessons we have learned, not a single lesson, so many lessons we have learned. And all these things we are supposed to have for let's say betterment of our life, how to lead a better life than yesterday and today. That is what it's all about, doing research. My dear friends, we need to remember this. Research is not something like doing it today and stopping it tomorrow. Nothing like that. It is a never-ending process unless and until we commit ourselves for this kind of excellence. Excellence is a journey. It is something like individual excellence. You need to grow. Who is the most important person in this world? It's you. It's me. Then only I will grow. The moment I grow, my family will grow. The moment my family grows, my relatives will grow. My community will grow. Then my society will grow. And again, my state will grow. Then after that, my nation will grow. Then after that, you will find that the whole world will grow, provided I start focusing on my research. That is what, researching about oneself, researching about what I think, what I speak, what I do, and again, what is that I am practicing as an habit, and what is my new habit. New habit should be always the research bent of mind. Otherwise, doing research again and again, on and on and on. Research is an ongoing process. It is something like a learning. Research is something like a sitting on a cheetah, otherwise sitting on a lion, sitting on a tiger, and holding the tail of the tiger and following. Imagine that you leave the sea, you step down from the cheetah, otherwise a lion, otherwise just to leave the tail of the lion, otherwise the cheetah, otherwise let's say a very, very dangerous animal. That is what is all about research also. If you do research, it will take you to places. You can tame the cheetah, you can tame the elephant, you can tame the let's say lion also, and lioness, whatsoever it is. But if you are not understanding that education, you are not understanding that education is also like holding the cheetah's tail, otherwise holding the lion's tail. If we leave, that's why people said, the greatest of the greatest people said, there is no end for learning. Learning is an ever-going process, ongoing process, never-ending process. That's why the greatest of the greatest people, like Aviyar said, I have learned only this much, which means fistful of thing only. There is a lot to explore. There is a lot to be learned. It is unlearned things are very, very huge, which is a big ocean is out there unexplored. That is what doing research, and that's where comes in the limitations of the study. What is that area you have chosen for us making a thorough study, otherwise research, and you find out from, let's say, for the past 20 years, what are the best of the best journals related to this particular topic, and who are all the best of the best professors across the globe, and to whom you can write mails. For this, I will I would love to cite an example. Supposing you are given a chance to meet Shah Rukh Khan, otherwise you are given a chance to meet Rajinikanth, otherwise Kamal Haasan. What would you like to talk to them? Otherwise, how they have scaled up in their lives. That's what I would say. The same way, it is something like an elevator pitch. How would you make an impact, otherwise connect with Kamal Haasan, otherwise Rajinikanth, otherwise Vijay or Ajit or Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, even Amitabh Bachchan? We should have studied, otherwise we should have watched their movies. We should have watched the movies more than once or twice or thrice. If you go and tell Rajinikanth, I have watched your Anatha 100 times, immediately you will make a connect, which means that is how same strategy applies. You say that you are doing ELT, the research in ELT, we need to know which of the best, see who is the best professor in this particular field of study, and again you need to read their papers, best of the best paper, and again read their papers and write a mail to them. Sir, I have read, dear sir, I have read this particular paper in this particular journal. I have understood it fully, otherwise I need some clarification on this point. You have said this, it doesn't go well with the Indian context, otherwise it goes well with the context, otherwise it's an idea, great idea, and I'm practicing this. I have practiced this, but I have got this kind of result. Could you please help me out by suggesting more? Like this, you start writing a mail. That person will you will make an impression with that professor. That is how you make global connects. So it is something like, very, very true, and again genuine relationship we build through what is that LinkedIn, by reading the journal, whether it is Google Scholar, otherwise whether it is LinkedIn, any search engines for that matter. We need to have this thing clearly and clarity. Supposing you meet again Kamal Hassan, you go and say that I watched the latest movie, let's say 101 time, immediately you will connect. The same way, what is that recently published journal? Because Google Scholar is helping us, ResearchGate is helping us. See, you have cited one paper or somebody's journal, otherwise work, then immediately you will find that next time when that person is publishing a paper, otherwise a journal paper, or even publishing a book, that will be popping up. You will be getting receiving a mail stating that, see, already you have cited this person, this scholar, and he has released a book, otherwise he has written a paper, and that has published in this particular journal. This is what you call automated system, otherwise you call it machine learning. So whoever has cited one particular author's book, for all the people the mail will be shooted out. So what we need to do is, you see, mails will go to each and every one of the individual whoever has published, otherwise whoever has cited the particular author's work of research. That is how it has been captured. This is what you call artificial intelligence, machine learning, and again we need to understand and study it thoroughly. That is how we can improve. That's what I wanted to say. Then again, let's go to this. What is that? Now, I was all along telling about first what is research, and research is something like adding. See, it is old wine in a new bottle. Let's say you have a 100 watts bulb. It consumes 100 watts, but gives light only for 90 watts. Supposing you make that same 100 watts bulb, you are making pushing the limit of from 90 watts bulb light to 91 point glowing, otherwise the brightness, then that itself is a great breakthrough. Same way, supposing your house is consuming, let's say 1000 units from every day. Everyday consumption leads, otherwise adds up to let's say adds up to let's say 100 units per day. Suppose you reduce this 100 units, otherwise 1000 units to 900 units, otherwise 100 units to 99 units. Otherwise, you take, for example, this reduction in consumption, power consumption itself is a great thing when we talk about doing a research. That is what is all about research. Otherwise, adding values to, otherwise old wine in a new bottle, otherwise adding new knowledge to the existing knowledge, I would say. So very, very important thing is finding out what is available already and what could be the best thing to do. So please do remember that what is research. Everything, we need to have the clarity, and this clarity will help us to go further and go beyond whatever we are doing and how we are doing.
Sir, Saravanan sir.
I hope no, I have made sense. No. Good evening, everybody. Hearty welcome to Anuradha Madam and all the other dignitaries and elite scholars. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. A very good evening.
Yes, yes. Somebody wanted to say something, please. Yes. Please, you feel free and you can ask me. And again, so now I have said you need to find out what is the niche, what is the most trending thing. And again, in that one, you start doing research. You will find that.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It's a long time. Yeah, yeah. How are you, ma'am? I'm doing good. How are you? Lots of yeah.
But when very busy with the change of college and not transfer.
I hope you are. I'm sorry. And I hope you got an idea about what we are doing, how we are doing, why we are doing. So first thing is find out the most trending thing and catching up with the trending thing. And secondly, we need to talk about and find out the research gap. For that, we need to read. That's why Francis Bacon said, reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man. Unless and until we read, we cannot find out the what is available. Otherwise, what is existing in the field of our study. Then conference means we need to talk to the experts by having a better connectivity with the people. Ready man, which is that whatever we read, we cannot keep mum. We will be talking with, otherwise we will be vetting our idea with the expert. That is what this conference is known for. Conference ready man means now we are conferencing through this thing. And again, after this, we can talk about what is that, as Francis Bacon says, reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. We need to write. That writing is all about research. Please, my dear friend, writing is an exact man. Supposing you love a girl and you can go and tell the girl, I love you. But you ask her the same thing, you start doing it. What is that? You write a letter and give it to that particular girl, you are caught. Later, see, let's say when you say I love you to a girl, you can say jocularly, no, I was in a happy mood, so I just said I love you. In a lighter vein, I said, you can say. But when you write it and give it to that particular spouse, otherwise particular partner, what will happen? You see, that becomes more authentic. Then you will be sued. Otherwise, you will be behind the bars. Otherwise, you will be caught red-handed. That is the thing. Writing is, that's what Francis Bacon said, writing is an exact man. So most important thing in life is, let's see, what is that? Writing. Anything and everything you find in the literature, in the otherwise, whether it is physics, chemistry, art, science, philosophy, mathematics, social sciences, you find everything is somebody wrote and left it. That is what is all about writing. Very, very important. The moment you start writing, supposing you are writing a journal paper, very limited number of people read. Supposing you are writing a Scopus paper, limited number of people. Again, you are writing a book, limited number of people. Subject book. Suppose you write a book that addresses to the needs of the 90, see, let's say 900 crore people, otherwise 780 crore people. Each book is sold for, let's say, and gets the profit of 1 rupee. Overnight, you will become a crorepati. That's what you need to identify. What is that thing which people are not doing, and let me do that. That is what is all about research is. What is that people do? What is that am I, see, what am I doing? Why am I doing? How can I do it better? How can I make it better? Whatever I am practicing, what is that I can, how to find out the niche, what I can do better. That is what we need to think about all the time. Please do remember this thing. The next, moving ahead, we need to also identify the research gap. And again, review the literature, 20 years, past 20 years, whatever has been said and done in my chosen field. Then again, go into the methodology, how to do this research. There is a method. We say pattern, precision, and regularity. Research means there should be regularity. Research leaves pattern. Research success leaves pattern. Failure leaves pattern. Same goes with research also. Research, the best of the best researchers, they leave the unaddressed, otherwise unaddressed research gaps, otherwise fresh area. So what we need to do by reading a research paper, we will get to know what is not addressed. So from there starts our research. No research is complete. Every research has got their own limitations, and research has got limitations to say whatever they would like to establish. Please do remember that we need to understand this thing, and we leave certain things unaddressed that paves the way for the future research. So most important thing, first thing is introduction. We talk about there again why you're taken, what is that you are doing. We need to sum up the entire research. See there, what is that you are going to do. Everything should be condensed in the introduction part, the introductory part, then go to the review of literature, what has been said in this particular field, and find out the gap, and you are going to address this gap in the third chapter, that is methodology. And in the methodology, you find out what is that the hypothesis you are going to prove, how you are going to prove, what are the supplements you need to have, all these things. Then again, what is that conclusion? And again, in the conclusion thing, you will find out the discussion part. After that, you get the conclusion. Fourth chapter discussion, fifth chapter could be conclusion. And the conclusion is summing up the whole thing. What is that you have chosen, and why you have chosen, and how you have proved, and again, what is that you have supplemented, otherwise, then what is that you have found out, whether is it relevant to the society, whether is it worthy, otherwise it is not unworthy, you find out, then again, you prove certain things and disprove certain things. That is it, or that's what is all about research. Otherwise, you have taken a small problem and analyzed it in a big way and a huge way. Then again, you have left something unaddressed. That is what is going to be the future scope for the study. And first and foremost thing is we need to have this kind of clarity. And after writing this thing, why should we publish? You've done a beautiful research. If you don't publish, then research is something, I happen to meet a person, you see, what is that area you're working on? She said, no, sir, I am yet to find out, sir. Which means research is not meant for keeping closer to your heart. It should be open. Nothing is, see, we think that account number, password, everything is closed. Otherwise, it is personal. Nothing is personal. Everything is open now, open secret. So research is also should be an open secret thing. It is not something like, keeping close to the heart, nothing of that sort. We need to very, very open-minded and flexible and ready to accept new things and novel things. That is how we grow. Change is the norm. So what is that we need to do? Open-mindedness. We need to talk to the colleagues and same field, maybe otherwise different field of people. And there we can learn from the people to people contact. That's how somebody, when you talk with an expert, he will offer some idea. He will say this will work, this will not work. So network is your net worth. How many people you are getting connected with your chosen field of study? Probably that is the reason why I have floated a forum like VELTA, World English Language Learners and Teachers and Trainers Association. Because just I wanted to get connected with the people of my as well as my area, chosen area, and my field of study. And I would like to know, I would love to get connected with people, and I want to be a constant and consistent learner. That is why this forum is this forum I floated. Please understand, network is our net worth, and that is what learning is a journey of excellence. Individual excellence, individual excellence, and then again individual excellence, institutional excellence, and global excellence. Same way, individuals should do research. And again, you see, then again, one more thing I would say, individual learners, independent learners, and lifelong learners. That is what is all about research. And why should we publish? Unless and until we publish, what is that we have written? Nothing, nobody will know. What is that new knowledge has come? Nobody will know. Once you start giving away the new knowledge, people will love it and people will pay for it. That is what is all about doing research. And again, doing research is meant for the society, because we owe a lot to this society. Because why do we owe? The language I speak, the research I am doing, otherwise my parents, my things, otherwise technology and relatives, friends, everybody is the gift of the society. We owe a lot to the society. That is why it is called duty. We owe a lot. We we need to give back to the society. That's why that's why we need to do research, because whatever the things I am enjoying today, everything is given by the society. We owe a lot. We have to give back to the society. That's why Bill Gates is giving, and Warren Buffett is giving back, and again Tata Sons are giving back. You name any of the biggest people in this world, they give back to the society after earning a lot of money, and give it to the 99% of this properties are being given by the Warren Buffett to Bill Gates and Melinda Foundation. It's all because they know the value of what is that giving back and gratefulness, because I am so very grateful to this forum, especially Dr. Vijay Kumar sir for this wonderful initiative, and this Alpha Research Academy is doing phenomenally well. And again, I am so very happy and excited to be associated with the Alpha Research Academy, and again for this wonderful initiative by this institution, and so very super excited to get associated with all of you, and on this wonderful evening. My big salute to this all the participants, whoever has taken time. Well, you have taken your valuable time off and being with us and with me. I will get one more opportunity to get connected with you all on some other occasion, because this time is up. I need to stop here, and please do remember, we need to find out and hunt for the new knowledge, and write it, record it, and again publish it. Then only prosperity will come. If we do not do research, no writing will happen. And if we don't write and get it published, we don't publish it, and no popularity will come. Again, no money will come. That is how the whole cycle is all about. New knowledge, new acquisition of knowledge, and getting it wet, and again getting it published. By wetting the idea means getting it published. After, people will love to buy your patents, buy your knowledge, new knowledge, buy your acquisition of new knowledge. Then again, people will pay for it, ready to pay for it. Very, very important thing is we need to do research. Research is a never-ending process. We need to keep on doing research and keep on acquiring new knowledge and new thing. That is how we take new avatar in our chosen field. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for giving me this opportunity. It's wonderful getting connected with you people, especially Dr. Professor Vijay Kumar sir and its team, especially this Alpha Researchers Academy and the institution, the host institution, and all the elite and learned colleagues across the spectrum. Big salute to you on behalf of me as well as Vellore Institute of Technology, VIT Vellore. Thank you everyone. And any help, anytime, I am there to support you and assist with you in all your academic endeavors, whether it is research or publication, and even conference, webinars, seminars. I am there to support you and assist you. Wonderful evening to all of you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Saravanan. Rahul, I'll take a couple of minutes and pass it on to you, Rahul.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Professor Saravanan. It was quite a kaleidoscopic, all encompassing, and you beautifully touched on the finer ambits of research. A lovely definition of what constitutes research in the first place, because you said it is like love at the first sight, which I felt was quite a mesmerizing example to start with, because you beautifully set the context for your topic and took it in such a fluid manner. And you also emphasized on how it is important in all walks of life. And you focused on the finer aspects of what, why, and how, and the need to publish and the need to identify the best papers. And especially, your expression on the need for clarity was quite sensational. Another highlight of your talk, which I thoroughly enjoyed, was the metaphor of Saravana Bhavan to dive home the point of, what quality entails. Was quite a stimulating metaphor. So it was actually sliced with a lot of anecdotes, and you entered into the heart of the argument. And there was a rich vein of scholarship running through the heart of your presentation. Thank you very much, Dr. Saravanan, for all the compliments. And another important aspect that I wish to emphasize to the delegates is one important thing that Dr. Saravanan said about the importance of action research in an everyday classroom practice. As a part of an everyday enterprise, it's not that a teacher should squeeze in some time exclusively, but whatever we do in the classroom, or just visiting the classroom and doing some kind of experimentation in classroom, is itself a kind of an action research. Is something which is deeply and profoundly insightful, and I felt that so motivating. And ultimately, you also drove home about the importance of clarity in writing So thoroughly enjoyed your talk, and I really thank the delegates, because I too feel that the response is quite overwhelming. Everybody is quite happy about the session, and you added a lot of value to this FDP. Thank you very much, Dr. Saravanan. And now over to Rahul. Will you have a couple of minutes to take over a few questions, Dr. Saravanan? Is that possible? Can we squeeze in some 5 minutes for questions if there are any?
Absolutely fine, sir. If there are some, yeah, I would love to.
Yes, yes.
Because I need
Sure,
to
sure.
know people are waiting out there for Welta Forum. I am the host. I need to go there also. Please, no need to worry. Come
Okay.
on, I am ready to address
Sure,
the questions.
Okay, Rahul, over to you. Rahul, can you take a couple of questions from the audience, Rahul?
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir, sure. So, thank you. Thanks. And once again, thank you, speaker, for such a thoughtful insight into the work. And thank you, participants, for your patient listening. And now I would like to initiate the question and answer section. So you can unmute your mic and put forth your question, participants. The Silva said, here, if I'm right, your mic isn't. Yeah. Participants, you can put forth your questions.
Asking question is itself is a beautiful research form of research, because you need to question everything. Never allow any teachers to be. You need to always ask the teacher, question the teachers inside the classroom. That is how the questioning spirit should be nurtured, and it should be nurtured, and it should be fostered. That is how the research will come. You have to question everything. People say that people are finding very difficult to live in this planet Earth. But Elon Musk is thinking about what is that, taking the people to this Mars, and again building huge skyscrapers, and establishing a colony in the moon, on the moon, as well as on the say Mars. That way you need not have to go with the people, and you have to go against the current. That is what is all about research, because that much of knowledge, and he has acquired everything in the whether it is quantum physics, otherwise it is aerospace engineering, otherwise aviation, you say space technology. And that is why you find the tunneling boring company has become number one, when all these shares are sold like hotcakes, and you find that he is number one in this world. No wonder. Which means the person who has the most the best of the best knowledge, otherwise a person who reads thoroughly well, then he acquires the best of the best knowledge in this field. Then he becomes whatever he says, that is going to be the final. That is what you see. I am saying, reading maketh a full man. Please remember, we need to read. That is an exercise to the brain. And we need to write. Not only reading, we need to write journals. Actually, we need to set goals and journaling. And we need to have teacher's journal. What works well, what did not go well, what went well in my class, what did not go well in my class. How can I better my classroom teaching? How can I do better in next time, like this? No. We slowly and steadily improvise things, and again getting better and better. That's how we become so very great in our life. Please remember, my dear friends, this is what is all about. So in a small, many a mickle make a muckle, they say. Small and small, that is what, many a drops make a ocean, and little drops only. So we need to improve slowly and steadily. By then, definitely we'll succeed in our life. Yeah. Thank you so much for this kind of wonderful audience. I am so very happy and excited. Beautiful people, and so very amazing, wonderful opportunity. And in fact, it is a great opportunity to join with you all. And kudos to all the organizers, and especially Professor Dr. Vijay Kumar sir. Thank you for this golden opportunity. And I would love to be associated with this Alpha Research Academy in the future too, on all your endeavors. My best wishes, and good luck to all the people as well as Alpha Research Academy. Thank you, one and all.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Saravanan, for those kind words. Now over to Rahul. You can just formally wind up, Rahul.
Yes. I would like to thank each and everyone for your time, because investing time is something very important. So I'm sure that the time that you have invested today, about your 1 hour of webinar session, I'm sure, as you all mentioned in the chat, it should have been more informative and more productive in your prospects. So as participants, I would like to thank each and every one of you over here. So for your for dedicating your time and also making your presence, and for making this webinar happen wonderfully. So and my dear participants, before we wind up, I would like to make the announcement here that tomorrow we do have one more session, and the time for the session will be around 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And the resource person is Dr. Meena Sharawat, the assistant professor, Diet Kumankara, Delhi, and the topic will be about language pedagogy. So looking forward for the active participants to take part in tomorrow's program too. So thank you, dear participants. You can wind up. Thank you, Matters.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Saravanan, yet again. So kind of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you and good night. Thank you and
very
good
much.
night.
Yeah. Good night. Good night. Good night, delegates. Thank you, everybody, delegates. Hope to catch up with you tomorrow. Thank you.
I hope you all have filled the feedback forms. It's been shared in the chat box. Please do fill the feedback forms. We were
Thank you, Rahul, for this wonderful introduction and vote of thanks. Thank you once again.
It's my pleasure, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm honored. Thank you. So, my dear participants, we had a great insight into all your feedbacks. So, it has been a great work for us. Please do fill the feedback forms, and you can log on. Thank you.